How's it going, everyone? Welcome back. Professor here. Today we have the G-Shock GD100. Let me tell you, I was surprised with this watch. So this watch is only $100 before taxes, before shipping on G-Shock website. And I got this from my brother. He gifted this to me after he decided he didn't wear watches as much as he used to. And that's how I got this watch. And I've been wearing this for basically the last year exclusively. Been wearing this almost exclusively for the last year. And it surprised me. I was not expecting to wear this much. I don't usually like this thick of a watch. I do like a big, beefy watch. I like this one. Well, let's check the size things on this. Okay, so they're about the same thickness. But this is wider. And I wore this watch for like 2 years or more, I forget, until it cracked. And I had other issues. But this watch is fantastic. It does have the negative view where it's black background with white numbers. I'd prefer the other way around. This is just much easier for me to read and just a much cleaner look. I prefer it. I don't like a blackout. But this watch is fantastic. I said it's only $100. For $100, this does so much. And I found something new about it yesterday. I've read through the manual at least once, and I found something new yesterday. And I found this here. It says flash. I found that one day by accident also. But it's a G-Shock. These things can take a beating. I've tossed this a couple times when I forgot, because it is, waterproof, water resistant. So this is water resistant 200 for 20 bar. But I don't like wearing it when I'm like changing the oil, so tossed it, and it handles it. It's got the plasticky wristband, which I don't usually like, but this has not bothered me. And so there's a lot of things that I wouldn't usually pick on a watch, but this has, but it still is a watch that I have really enjoyed for the last year. It has very nice and easy on the front, day of the week, date, and time. You can do 24-hour time, you can do 12-hour time, and it even has seconds, and every 10 seconds, yeah, so 30, and then it counts. And with editing, you know that I cut some stuff out. Oh, and time. But yeah, it displays the seconds. I do prefer an analog hand, but again, a free watch to me. So, and again, I liked a lot of this stuff more than I thought I would. This is not what I would have picked per se, but it is fantastic. So let's get a little more into it. So what I found today, let me see if I can remember how I did it. Okay, so there you go. If you hold this button, it will go through 4 different times. As it starts off with your primary time, and it starts cycling around. I don't know exactly how to pick these out, but I'm pretty sure there is a way that you can pick exactly which ones you want. You can turn daylight savings time on or off. That you do need to do manually anytime it changes. But it's pretty easy to do. And it will change the date by itself, because it does also keep track of the year. It doesn't show the year, but it does keep track of the year. So it knows for when there's leap days, it just will not automatically do the daylight savings time. It is not radio controlled. It's not the atomic watches. It is not solar. It is battery powered. It says it's 10-year battery life. That is based on what you use. I use a lot of features on it, so I probably run the battery down a lot faster. Like I have the flash on, so anytime an alarm goes off, it flashes. We're not going to see it, but at the top of the hour, actually, I don't think I've turned that setting back on. I had to turn it off for something. But anytime it will beep, it will flash. So alarm, it flashes. And I like that. Also, you can turn this on. You have the light button up here. You hold that for 3 seconds. And you get a little LT down here. So the light turns on automatically when you pull your watch up to look at it. This is fantastic for the nighttime. Especially if you're awake a lot during the dark, you just turn it on. It does use the battery more because it's just going to be turning on a lot more, but it's easy to see it right away. And especially with the blackout look, the negative, I like, you need the light to see it oftentimes. And that's all just on this first. And so, you have this button here. It's called adjust, but yeah, you press in, it shows you which time you're on, your time zone. It does do different time zone cities, Denver, New York, Paris, and so on, UTC. And it tells you which of the ones. Oh, sorry. There you go. Denver, time 1. And then you hold the adjust to set the time. And you can go through, that's a daylight saving time. You can go through change Denver, change the hour after you pick your town or whatever. Minutes, 24-hour, there's the year. You got your month, your date, and the light. If you want it on for 1 second or 3 seconds, flash on. There we go. That's where it is. And when you're done, you just press this once, and it goes back to normal. And with the when you're changing the time, a lot of watches you just have the one button and you have to go through 50 times or whatever it is. This will go up. This will go down. I'm sorry, I'm looking at my watch for around the camera, so I'm missing that sometimes. Sorry about that. But there's a good shot. Okay, so here is our world time, and you can just take for looking at it. London, Madrid, Paris, Rome, and it just cycles through. It is a little off right now, though. I had it on UTC, Universal Time, I forget, Tokyo, Guam, Sydney, but it's off for some reason. I don't know why. I could look it up. I might have skipped past UTC. Nope. But here's the alarm. So currently have it off, but let's set an alarm real quick so we can see it. And you can have 5 different alarms. So let's actually pick this one, and you can change different alarms. So let's set this one. You can have it one. Oh, let me look at my camera. Sorry. Alarm 1. When it says 1 on, that means it'll go off once and then it won't go off again. But let's go ahead and do this one. And here I can show you. So time up and then time down. So it makes it real easy to adjust any of the times. What time is it? It is 22. So let's go. 22. 34. Let's set it. Oh, I do set mine a little fast. I usually try to have it a minute fast. Let's go ahead and go to 35, just to make sure we get it. Alarm 1 on. Cool. And then you press this to finalize it. But yeah, you can go through 5 different alarms. I don't remember what that one is. But let's see here. Sorry. So you press the adjust button, and you can have it on always, off, or on once, and then not go off again. Timer, stopwatch, 34. All right. Timer, real easy, you know, as always. Hold the button. Ow. Sorry, my nails are a little long. I need to cut them. And you can adjust it. You press start, and it will start. And you can reset it and everything. Again, when this goes off for a timer or an alarm, it flashes. Because I turned flash on, which uses battery. I have not found a mode, and I could be just missing it, but I don't think it has it. But other watches I've had, you press a button and the light comes on. I don't think this one does it, which is okay. And it currently is beeping with every button press. I had that turned off. I cannot remember at the moment exactly how to do it. I will be looking it up again. And our alarm why didn't our alarm go off? Must have misset it. Oh. It does have a different beep for when you get to the home screen. But this is a great little watch. I've used pretty much every single feature on here. I have a 8-year-old son, and he likes being timed. So do my girls for going down the street or running around or doing whatever. So we have the stopwatch for that. Get it going, stop it, and then the light hit. And then the resets this one. Sorry. And 1 timer, stopwatch, reset. But it's fantastic. If you get the second hand, the manual's online. It's easy to find, and you can just go through, just search, you know, G-Shock GD100 manual, and you can find it. And that's how I learned about the turning that on. And this feature stays on for 3 hours, and then it turns off. But all you have to do to turn it back on is hold this for 3 seconds. But if the light is already on, it doesn't work. So, well, you just have to wait for the light to turn off, and then press and hold it to turn the light on, and then just holding it at 3 seconds, it will turn the feature on. But just the little LT will show for the flip power. I have my time wrong. I got my time wrong. Some of y'all probably been yelling at the camera already. If it's already in the comments, go ahead and leave it there. Oh, let me reset. So, let's reset my watch. That could be why it was showing as UTC was off. Oop. 22:38. There we go. And the seconds keep going, so you don't have to worry about changing those for anything. If you're like you can just let it go, and then unless you want to be on the second, then you can highlight that and change that to second. All right, now we're gonna get this done right. Let's see here. But this watch again is fantastic, and it surprised me how much I used it, how much I wear it. Other of my watches aren't waterproof in anything, or not as waterproof as they used to be, and so this watch has just been my throw it and go. I don't like to take my watch off. I keep it on as much as possible. So this watch is fantastic. I have not taken a shower with this watch, but I have gone in multiple oceans because I went on 2 cruises wearing this watch, actually. So this has gone to the Caribbean. This has gone to the... there you go. But yeah, it's got the flash. This has gone to the Caribbean. This has gone to the Bahamas. I don't think I went to the beach in Florida with it, but I went to a few different beaches in... so this has been to Dominican Republic, Turks and Caicos. I think it was in the ocean in both of those. I didn't take it off. I've given baths to my kids wearing this watch, but a personal shower, I have not worn this watch. I don't know why, but I could if I wanted to, probably. But just one small little hack real quick. I did put a very faint scratch. I could remember exactly where I like my watch. And I just slide it to... There we go. But I like a little bit of looseness in the watch, and it's light, so it doesn't bother much. I do like the black overall look, but it's just an all blackout watch I'm not a fan of, in a black screen. I prefer to have the lighter screen. I prefer that better contrast. But yes, this watch is fantastic. For $100, I would never have expected so much in a watch. That, you know, and change the battery is really easy to do. And so it's great. But yeah, the battery life is variable. If you use a lot of features like I do, it can really drain the battery. If you're turning the light on a lot and with a 3-second, it's going to drain the battery. If you're using alarms all the time, it's going to drain the battery. But I bet if you had like bare minimal and never used the light or whatever, it could probably go maybe 12, 13 years or more real quickly. This watch band is pretty darn large, at least compared to other watches that I have. One that really brought this to my attention was this other G-Shock, yeah, this is G-Shock. But I got this one at a secondhand store, and this is going to be another video, because, yeah. Yeah, so this does have a lot more adjustability than this watch. This has much more adjustability for anyone with a larger wrist. And I'm going camping tomorrow, so this is going to be back in place. And I'm not going to worry about it because it's a G-Shock and it's waterproof. And yeah, you just put it on and it works. All right. So it is 10:46, and that means that it is time to go. So thank you for watching, and have a great day.